as we don't really want to hear them throughout the meeting. And with that, we'll get started. We have a guest with us tonight, Reverend Lee Gillis of First Presbyterian Church. Miss Lee, would you come up and give us our invocation? And after that, Scouts, we're going to do the pledge, and we'll call you up when she's done, okay? All right, if you want to stand.
Thank you. Good evening. First, let me just, as a member of the Cliff Clergy Association, invite everyone to the Lenten lunches, which continue the next 3 Wednesdays at noon. For 30 minutes, there is worship, and then free lunch for all afterwards. So all are invited to attend. Will you bow with me in prayer? Almighty God, who breathed into being this amazing planet and its people, we thank you for all of creation, especially the beauty you have given us here in Eastern North Carolina. We're richly blessed with this environment, many resources, a city with caring employees, citizens, and elected officials, and diversity of every kind. Woven together, these form our wonderful, unique tapestry, people represented by colorful threads of energy, imagination, intelligence, and love to use and share with one another. Thank you for the blessed history of people who have lived and worked together in faith here in Goldsboro, and for those who are now faced with today's challenges. Be present here. Help this body as it seeks to face the unique challenges of this age boldly and creatively, and to be good stewards of what we have been given for the benefit of those yet to come. We humbly pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Reverend Gillis. Come back anytime. Okay, if you Scouts would, just come right here in the front. And these Scouts are from Troop 7, Daniels Memorial Church, so we're glad to have a good crowd all tonight. Spread out right here in the front. Okay, so look, guys, look at me. What are you looking out there for? All right, so the first thing is you got to learn when you're doing public services, you got to be able to speak in public, right? So I want each one of you to introduce yourselves. Start with Sweet Thing down there, and introduce yourself and tell us your parents or something. Tell us something good.
My name is Trey Barnes, and my parents are Donnie and Nicole Barnes.
We didn't hear you.
My name's Trey Barnes, and my parents are Donnie and Nicole Barnes.
Good job. Yes, sir.
My name is Jack Cole, and my parents are Steve and Lori Cole.
Cool. Yes, sir.
My name is Ben Kitchen, and my parents are Ben Kitchen and Aaron Kitchen.
Okay. Yes, sir.
My name is Gray Thomas, and my parents' name are William Thomas and Allison Thomas.
Yes, sir.
My name is Sahil Hogarty, and my parents are David Hogarty and Samir Hogarty.
My name is Meher Hogarty. My parents are David Hogarty and Samir Hogarty.
My name is Ben Stuber, and my parents are Brian Stuber and Catherine Stuber.
All right. Yes, sir.
I am Thomas Gurley, and my mom's name is Georgia Gurley, and my dad's name is Trey Gurley.
All right. Yes, sir.
My name's Isaiah Kitchen, and my parents' name is Ben and Aaron Kitchen.
All right. Yes, sir.
My name is Charlie Dees, and I am the son of Georgia and John Dees.
Now, that wasn't bad, was it? See how easy that was? All right, we're going to say the pledge. You ready? Raise the flag. And y'all start us.
Of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you, gentlemen.
Good job.
Y'all come back anytime. All right. With that, we'll do a roll call.
Mayor Allen.
Yes, ma'am.
Mayor Pro Tem Aycock.
Here.
Councilmember Williams.
Here.
Councilmember Barberway.
Here.
Councilmember Davis.
Here.
Councilmember Foster.
Present.
Councilmember Hand.
Here. We're all here. All right. With that, we'll have a public comment period. Anybody else would like to speak for up to 3 minutes, we welcome you. Anybody want to speak? Okay, apparently nobody wants to speak. Yes, sir. Come on, please.
Got approved and managed.
Now the time to speak related to the Gallagher's proposal.
No, sir. No, sir. Well, no, you can't. Is that right?
This is the only time.
That's the only time.
So if you're going to say he's got 3 minutes.
Yes, sir.
And that's okay. I'm sorry you can't speak. Forgive me, sir.
I just rise to speak in favor of their proposed activities. I live on 611 East Walnut Street, which is the corner of Walnut and Leslie, 2 houses down and across the street from the Gallaghers. They've been quiet, respectful neighbors. I have no reason to suspect they would not conduct the proposed activities in a similar fashion, and also believe that it's got at least the potential to bring very positive activity and vitality to the neighborhood.
Okay, thank you. I'm sorry, will you give the clerk your name and address, sir?
Then Mayor.
I know, we're going back. I got it. I've already been reprimanded. Melissa, we're going to back up on the public comment. Hold on one second. We're going to back up and do the approval of minutes that I so quickly skipped over. So we have the minutes of the work session and regular meeting of February 1, 2016. Any discussion? You get it? All those say aye. Aye. Motion carried. Okay, now we're going back to public comment. Is there anybody else who would like to speak from the public? Sorry about that.
Well, I don't know if this is the correct time to come or not, but I'm here about the traffic on Park Avenue. We've fed in the community families over 100,000 last year. We do every week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, from 10 o'clock till 12:30. And we have thousands every month. And I assume there's a problem with the parking. We have moved from one side for Dr. Gagliano, we moved to the other side. And for Waco Ham, we moved to the front of our building. And now it's the street and there is nowhere else to go. And we're told by all these people that older people in particular, they couldn't buy their prescription and their food. And we have literally hundreds of people that depend on the food every week. And I don't know what we can do with this and what you can come up with that will help us. But our heart is in serving this community. And so we just ask for your help and ideas and how we can better do this.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Anybody else like to speak? No. All right, with that, we will close the public comment period and we'll move to presentations. We Dig It Ag Day. Is anybody here for that? Oh, there y'all, yeah. Y'all all dressed up and everything. Come on in.
All right, good evening. I'm Emily Odom. This is my husband, J.R. Odom. Sorry. And we run Odom Farming Company, which is in the Rosewood community.
Right.
We have an agritourism farm, which means we have people come out to our farm to pick strawberries. We do a CSA program through the summer. We do a pumpkin patch and corn maze in the fall. A couple of years ago, we were able to start a Wayne County Farm Bureau Young Farmer and Rancher group in our county. And when we did that, as we've had all these kids coming out to our farm, we've just thought, they don't really know where their food's coming from. And we would like to have an opportunity for all these kids to come out to the farm, to be out on a farm and understand what it is to raise food and that kind of thing. So when we started our Young Farmer and Rancher group, we thought this is a great group to get behind us and get this project going, and we did. We started the We Dig It Ag Day. Our first year we did it was in 2014, and I think he has some invitations and information about the day that he's going to pass out. We have every second grader in Wayne County out on our farm that day, and we have every FFA represented from every school in the county that has one, and also the Health Occupations group from Goldsboro come out and help. They actually teach the kids that day. And it's just a great opportunity. It's a free event for the kids, it's a free event for the school system. We have support from local agribusinesses that have helped us, including with our little lunchbox that Smithfield Foods have given us. So all the kids will take one of these home, and it'll be filled with information, coloring books, pencils, cups, that kind of thing, just to kind of help reinforce that information. So.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. The kids, they'll actually go through 12 different stations, and in your little handout, you'll see the stations listed out, and it's everything from row crop to livestock, everything that is raised and grown here in our county. And we actually use our FFA students throughout the county from each school to come out and do the presentations for the kids. We do little presentations to them and teach them about what we want them to present to the kids. So it's a learning benefit for both the FFA kids and the second graders. Last year there was almost, I think, 1,500 and some kids there in one day. I think we probably had close to over 2,000 folks on the farm that day. So we really would like if y'all could come out that day. We'd love to have you. It's a good learning experience for everybody, and we really enjoy having everybody.
If you can come for lunch, because we have delicious barbecue sandwiches or brisket sandwiches, and they're really good. It's going to be on March 24th. The kids are going to be there from 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock. You can just come out for an hour or so and just watch it. It's we have livestock out there. We have cows, we have pigs, chickens. We have little wagon rides they take around equipment. We have combines and tractors and different things. It's especially for kids who live in the city who don't get out. It gives them opportunity to kind of see what it actually is, what a farm is, what these machinery do, what this machinery does, and it gives them opportunity to see it and talk with a farmer, and it's a good day.
All right.
So,
Okay. Well, thank y'all for doing that.
thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thank you. Any questions? Everybody good? Okay. All right. Next, we got a proclamation for women in construction. And I thought I saw Lori. I Lori back there. Come on up, Lori. And when she gets here, I'll read it real quick, and then we've actually got the copy, and I'll bring it out there to you. So, Proclamation 2016 Women in Construction Week, National Association of Women in Construction. Whereas the Greater Greenville Chapter, NC Chapter 335, has distinguished itself for 25 years as the voice of women in construction in Eastern North Carolina. Whereas the work done by the Greater Greenville NC Chapter 335 has benefited Goldsboro and other cities in Eastern North Carolina through community development and educational programs. And whereas the Greater Greenville NC Chapter 335 has increasingly promoted the employment and advance of women in the construction industry. And whereas the construction community represented by Greater Greenville NC Chapter 335 has been a driving force in fostering community development through renovation and beautification projects, promotion of skilled trade careers, and a positive vision of the future. And whereas the Greater Greenville NC Chapter 335 has sought to achieve successful results for the Goldsboro, North Carolina and surrounding areas in a cooperative spirit with other organizations. Now therefore it be proclaimed that I, Chuck Allen, Mayor, do hereby recognize the Greater Greenville NC Chapter 335 and its many dedicated volunteers for its steadfast work on behalf and support of women in construction, and do proudly proclaim the week of March 6 through 12, 2016 as Women in Construction Week. So I'm going to present that to you. I don't have my glasses, so I can't see. So I thought I did pretty good, actually. Well, listen, don't let me come under my glasses no more. I can't see nothing. But it's all right.
That's called age.
With that, I'll present this to you. And I'll give you the box, and I'm sure you would like to have something to say. So
I
you feel
appreciate
free,
it.
and I'm going to leave this box with you, okay?
Well, that's wonderful. Thank you so very much. I am a member of the National Association of Women in Construction. I have been for 20 plus years, and we do promote women in construction. We're kind of a minority, even still in the business today, even after 20 years of trying to. But we also have educational programs for children. We try to promote interest in the construction industry. We have from kindergarten on through high school, because the labor force for construction industry is dwindling. It seems that people are not as interested in doing the hands-on labor. They want to be in the office drawing up plans, and so we are facing a labor shortage, and we are doing our best to help promote the construction industry as a great career opportunity for not just women, but everybody. So, and we do appreciate this. Thank you so much.
Well, we thank you for what you do. It's a wide open field, a lot of employment opportunities.
There certainly
right?
are. There certainly are.
All right. Thanks,
Thank
Lori.
you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next we have a proclamation for Brain Injury Awareness Month. And I see several of my folks out there. Hey, Miss Harrison, how you doing?
How's it going?
How y'all doing? Wide open, good. I'm going to read this real quick, and then if you want to come up and say a few words after we read it.
No, I'll stay right here.
Okay, well, you stay right there then. All right, I'm gonna read it real quick then, all right? All right, whereas 1.7 million Americans sustain a traumatic brain injury, TBI, each year, and traumatic brain injuries are a contributing factor to a third of all injury-related deaths in the United States. Whereas the injuries are largely the result of motor vehicle crashes, falls, assaults, sporting-related injuries, or occupational injuries. Whereas the injury that happens in the instant can bring a lifetime of physical, cognitive, and behavior challenges, and whereas early, equal, and adequate access to care will greatly increase overall quality of life and will enable individuals to return home, school, work, and community. Whereas family members, friends, and members of this community can play a central role in enhancing the lives of our citizens with traumatic brain injury, and whereas the North Carolina Division of Mental Health, Development, Disabilities, and Substance Abuse Services, as the lead state agency, the Brain Injury Advisory Council, the Brain Injury Association of North Carolina, and the brain injury support groups across North Carolina strive to make prevention and safety measures part of the culture of North Carolina. Therefore, I, Chuck Allen, Mayor of the City, Goldsboro, North Carolina, do hereby proclaim March 2016 as Brain Injury Awareness Month in Goldsboro, North Carolina, and call upon our citizens and interested groups to observe the month with appropriate ceremonies, activities that promote awareness and prevention of the brain injuries. With that, I have a proclamation to pray for y'all as well, so I'll bring that to you. And I know you're going to say something about sidewalks or something.
You know Tanya all too
Too well.
well.
You know I got a big mouth.
No, I didn't say that. I just said,
I said-
y'all come right here. Come right here.
I don't want to get your pictures with the baby.
Big old smile. Tell them to smile.
Thank you, Mom, for me.
Don't smile.
Thank you.
Good job.
See that face she made?
You can tell you to smile. She's born with it.
Thank you, Mayor Allen.
Thank you all.
Members of the City Council for taking the month to recognize March as Brain Injury Awareness Month. Brain injury is known as the silent epidemic. It is growing in proportions every year because people are being saved from motor vehicle accidents and falls. And of course, falls are the #1 cause of brain injury. But we appreciate your making more people in our area aware of this. The only cure for brain injury is prevention.
And tell everyone what you have coming up in March.
Yes, Jovan, come up, please, ma'am. We have a special Health Wellness Expo that's going to be taking place March 18th and March 19th. And part of the purpose of that is to highlight Brain Injury Awareness Month. And on the evening of March 17th, which is a Friday, from 18th, thank you. That's why she's up here. From 5:30 to 7.
5:30 to 7:30, and then on Saturday the 19th from 12 o'clock to 4:30. We'll have vendors coming out who provide health care and health products for the community, and then the next day we'll have some fitness demos. We'll have some martial arts, we'll have yoga, we'll have Zumba, and so you'll be able to come out and get some goodies from the health community and see how you can stay in shape and keep your mind and body in shape.
Yes, and our ladies from Renew Life will be doing a special dance presentation too, which you all, I know, will enjoy seeing. So, everyone come, and thank you again so much.
Thank y'all for what you do.
We appreciate it.
And I'm sure y'all are all gonna vote for Donald Trump, now forget it.
You have a good night. All right. With that, while we're still under presentations, there's another good-looking group out in the audience, and I would like to take a minute to call them up. It's the 3MP at Wayne Community College, and they were sitting here. They came to see us tonight. And so, Mr. Emery Gibson, why don't you come up a minute and tell us what y'all do and what your organization is, please.
Good evening. How y'all doing today?
Good evening. Good evening.
All right. Appreciate you having us here tonight or being able to come and sit in on the council meeting. My name is Emery Gibson. I'm currently a student at Wayne Community College, where I'm also the Student Government Association Vice President. We're here today just to sit in and get some insight on exactly what goes on in our community and how we can, as a group with the 3MP, who I'm here with tonight, a couple of my classmates, to help out as well as get assistance as well. The 3MP, it started out as a male minority mentoring group where it was strictly males. We've done things as far as travel to Raleigh, our state capital. We have traveled to Washington, D.C. Just a few months ago. We had the opportunity to meet Deputy Legislative Director Chris Toppings, who is the Deputy Legislative Director for Senator Richard Burr of North Carolina. We take a lot of insight in helping out and gaining more knowledge, whether it be just in our community or whether it is traveling to other cities or even other states. We recently had a few females join the group as well. We just take the time out to help not only each other during times. I know class and school and everything gets tough from time to time, but just as a group, we stick together and make things happen at school, like I said, as well as outside in the community, where we would like to outreach a little bit more by coming here today.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Well, thank you for telling us about your organization, and thank you for what you do out there. Okay. All right, with that, we'll move to the consent agenda, Mr. Manager.
Mayor and Council, your consent agenda, you removed item G, so you'll take no action on item G, and you removed item H to the action item, so it consists of items E through O without item G at all and item H on your action agenda.
Thank you. You have a recommendation?
Move to adopt.
Sorry.
I second it.
All right, you got it? Roll call vote, please.
Mayor King, Mayor Allen.
That'll work. Yes, ma'am.
Mayor Pratsky.
Yes.
Councilmember Williams.
Yes.
Councilmember Broadway.
Yes.
Councilmember Stevens.
Yes.
Councilmember Foster.
Yes.
Councilmember Ham.
Yes.
I'm gonna call him after the meeting and tell him how you complimented me tonight. All right, consent agenda is approved. Now we have one item for individual action, item H, which is Z116 Patrick Gallagher. We were briefed at the briefing, so I don't think any council member have any reason to want to have any more briefing or discussion on this? Everybody good with, okay, so right now the Planning Commission's recommendation is denial. So if you vote yes, you're going to be voting to deny. If you vote no, you're going to be voting to approve it. Correctly? Correct? Just want to be sure everybody's clear. All right, all those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries and it's denied. All right. City Manager's report.
Mayor and Council, I have several items I'd like to share with you tonight. The first is just a reminder of our Main Street Conference, March 16th through the 18th. Ought to be busy throughout Goldsboro, but downtown in particular, and so we encourage everyone to be involved and participate and just come see what's happening downtown if you've not been downtown in a while. But again, Main Street Conference, statewide conference. You have a lot of mayors, managers in downtown and interested citizens from other communities here, March 16th through the 18th. I also want to mention the Association of Defense Communities, of which we're a member, began a Great American Defense Communities Award this year. I don't know how many applications that were submitted, but we were one of 10 across the country. We fit in with cities like Colorado Springs, Dayton, Ohio, Leonard Wood, Missouri, Grand Forks, North Dakota, Lawton, Oklahoma, Manhattan, Kansas, Monterey, California, Ocala County, Florida, South Puget Sound, Washington. So we're one of that group, and I think that's a very good list of communities in terms of having a good relationship with their military installation. And although it lists the city of Goldsboro, it really is city of Goldsboro, county of Wayne, Chamber of Commerce and our Military Affairs Committee, and that the Chamber of Military Affairs Committee did the bulk of the work to put the application together and submit that. I think Janet Brock and Julie Daniels put a lot of time and effort into that, but it really is a community effort in terms of the relationship between Seymour Johnson Air Force Base, the county, city, and our chamber. So I just want to say congratulations to all of those involved and make sure that we recognize that. I'd also like to take a minute and recognize Melissa. Of course, our city clerk has earned her designation of Master Municipal Clerk, which is awarded by the International Institute of Municipal Clerks and is one of the highest levels of learning that municipal clerks can attain. Melissa requires this designation is given only to those clerks who complete demanding education requirements and have recorded a significant contribution to their local government, their community, and their state. And I will tell you, Melissa is top-notch in the state as far as municipal clerks, even if her memory does push us back to a former mayor once in a while. So, but I just want to recognize and congratulate Melissa for that. Mayor and Council, the last thing I would like to do, I'd like to ask our Interim Chief Mike West to come forward to the podium and just let me say a few comments about him this evening. I would like to announce to the community that I have selected Mike West as our next police chief for the city of Goldsboro, replacing Chief Stewart, who retired last June. As I said last summer, my job was to find the best person to serve Goldsboro as Goldsboro's police chief. Mike has over 23 years of law enforcement training and experience and has done a good job of serving as our interim police chief since July 1st. We received 29 applications for the position with candidates from North Carolina, Georgia, South Carolina, Virginia, Missouri, Pennsylvania, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Indiana, Florida, Texas, and West Virginia applying. We scheduled 6 candidates for a mini assessment, which was held last week with 4 of those candidates. The mini assessment involved 9 community, law enforcement, and staff members broken into groups of 3 to provide their input on each candidate's written, oral presentation, structured interview, performance, and skills. In addition, I spent 30 minutes talking with each candidate so that we had a sense of who each other were and had an opportunity for questions of each other. While each candidate offered differing strengths and weaknesses, I believe Mike is the best choice for Goldsboro. Mike moved to Wayne County from South Dakota at the age of 5, so he really is from Goldsboro and Wayne County. He graduated from Eastern Wayne High School, completed basic law enforcement training at Wayne Community College, and came to work as a police officer in July of 1992. He was promoted to sergeant in October of 99, captain in January of 2006, major in August of 2010, and again has served as our interim police chief since July of 2015. He has attended numerous law enforcement training seminars, institutes, etc. over his career and has a wealth of knowledge about law enforcement in general and about the Goldsboro community specifically. And I would like to say thanks to Mike's family. We harass our chief a lot, and our employees, we work them, I think, pretty hard in a lot of areas. But his wife, Stephanie, son Garrett in the audience, his daughter Brianna, and stepson Hunter, I'd like to thank each of them for their support of him during his career in law enforcement. Their continued support will be needed so that he can focus on the task of not only serving the community, but leading the department that protects us all. So again, I want to say thank you for supporting Mike. We'll need that to continue. At this time, I would like to say congratulations and would ask Chief West to say a few words. Chief?
Well, thank you, Scott, and I want to thank you for allowing me to be interim chief. I will say that it's challenging for the last 9 months, but it's something that it was really an honor to be able to do it. I was hired 23 years ago with the department, and the way I look at it, the city kind of took a chance on me by hiring me to be a police officer, and all I ever wanted to do would be the best police officer I could be and to serve the community, and they deserve that, and I feel the same way now. I mean, they deserve a professional police chief, professional department, and we're going to continue that, and it really means a lot to me, and I do appreciate that. Not really a man of a lot of words, but I'm going to do my best, and I'll stay in constant communications with not only the community, but with council. I think we've worked well in the last few months, and I just want to continue that, and I really appreciate everybody's help and confidence, so thank you.
Chief West, your first duty as police chief is to turn around and smile at your lovely wife and family. I want to see a smile, though, a smile. Let us get our picture taken. Might be not come up here. We'll go.
He's gonna come up here?
No, we're coming out there. Okay, we got you. Anybody got a camera? What? Hey, you hired him. You need to get the picture.
Chief in front. Great. Do we need to be in front of the podium? Yeah. Let's be in front of the podium, Chief. Okay, move forward. I got you. Everybody. Can you see the camera? Show him down there. What are you talking about, Mark? No. What are you talking about, Mark? How about you? You did. I'm gonna look at the back camera. I think that's more professional. All right, you can come over here. Let's get a picture of you and your wife up there. Come on. You want your shoulder in? Get you right here. I'll get you right there. All right, there we go. Oh, look, that's you. Make sure I'm moving in the right direction. Can't tell me about this. I'm with you. Good looking. There you go. All right.
We're good to go. We're good to go.
Hey, be sure. You good? You okay? Look at her.
Again, thank you for everything.
Congratulations, Chief.
Congratulations, Chief.
Are you done?
That's all I have, sir.
City attorney?
I don't have anything legal, but I would like to.
You said legal?
Nothing legal, but commend the city on the lighting of the jetted and the Summer Street. It really looks good. And I've had an awful lot of people tell me how good.
Well, you need to look over and thank Randy for his hard work, because he's had many a conversation about the lights on that plane and the landscaping, and it looks awesome. Awesome. Great job. We appreciate it. Right. Yeah, well, you all did a really good job with it. Okay, so we'll move to councilman reports. I think I started on you last time, so we'll start with David this time.
No comment.
That's the kind of report we like.
No comment. No comment.
Y'all doing good. Go ahead.
I got some.
I know you got it. You go ahead, buddy.
I just want to give my condolences to the Wade family. Robin Wade, she was an icon here when it came to gospel radio. So, I just, we're going to miss her. That's it, sir.
Well, I got two things. First thing is I want to congratulate the leaders and the Boy Scouts for coming. This is important. This is what you're hearing. Several of the people sitting up here were Eagle Scouts, and we know what it has done for us. And thank you for coming. The next thing is, last week I went to Charleston for the American Defense Community, and I can't tell you how good it feels that Goldsboro and Wayne County were one of 10 of all of the 176 defense communities in the nation picked for their support of our military personnel and also our military facilities that we provide. That's something we've got to be terrifically proud of. And as Scott said, the city manager, we were the only people on the East Coast other than Florida, and we beat every base in North Carolina and South Carolina. So there's a lot to be proud of, and it's a city and a county effort. So that's what I have, sir.
Mark?
Have no comment tonight.
None?
Not tonight.
All right. I have one, and that Scott mentioned the Main Street Conference is coming, but not just because they're coming, but just in general. We need, every time we meet, we need to talk about litter. Our town is dirty. There's not a street just about in this town, and I'm telling you young scouts, because this could be a good project for some scouts. But this town is dirty. We are working on some stuff now to start cleaning it up at a city level, but it doesn't need to be the city. It needs to be our citizens. Folks need to have more pride in where you live and the areas you live in. And so anytime you can, please help clean up your area. If you know somebody just not doing right, tell them. But safely tell them. But I mean, we just need to work and have more pride in our city and clean up our city. And I know we're taking it very serious here, and we're going to work hard at it, but we got to have the help of our citizens. So I mentioned that. And I think with that, you want to make a comment?
I just want to tell the scouts I'll see y'all next Monday at 7 o'clock. I'm looking forward to a whole lot of good questions.
And I want to tell y'all he's long and boring, worse than any school teacher you ever had. But you still look good. You got to do it. All right. Anything else? All right. We stand adjourned. Thank you for coming.